Good morning, Skidaway. As I've studied in Genesis 28 this week, God has once again just brought me such great comfort. So in Genesis 28, we see Jacob fleeing. He has stolen the blessing from Esau, and Esau has threatened his life, and his mother Rebecca has warned him, "You must go to the house of my father." And prior to leaving, he goes once again to Isaac. And Isaac blesses Jacob once again and warns him against marrying a Hittite woman, against marrying a woman of Canaan. And also says, go back towards the house of his father, Abraham. So he takes off towards Harar. And we know that he is left with a sense of urgency, because that night, as Jacob is stumbling in the darkness headed towards Harar, he lays down his head upon a stone. I have to think that this is the lowest of Jacob's life. He's had to leave his father on his deathbed. He's not going to get that comfort of saying goodbye to him when he does pass, of burying him. His mother's also elderly at this point, and the story goes, we know that she will no longer be alive when he returns to the land of Canaan. And so we see him lay his head down on a stone. You've got to know that that was an uncomfortable sleep. But in that, he dreams of God, and God has a very profound conversation with Jacob. God, once again, reinstitutes covenant again. He's done it with Abraham. He's done it with Isaac. And now he is passing it on to Jacob, despite Jacob's manipulation in order to obtain that second birthright and that blessing. God promises him once again that he is going to make him a great nation. Here it says that your descendants will be like the dust of this land. There will be so many of them. He's going to give that land over to Jacob and his descendants. And remember, at this point, Jacob has nothing. He has fled. He no longer is even in the household that he is supposed to inherit. So these two promises must seem impossible. And then finally, that he would be a blessing to all of the nations. He gets all three promises of the covenant reinstituted, and he sees this great ladder, this vision of a ladder going up to heaven, and distant angels coming up and down. And it's amazing to see that Jesus, in the New Testament, we will see Jesus say that I am this ladder in which I connect the heavens and earth. I connect you to the angels of God, and only by me will you ascend into heaven. We see this exact same picture being used once again that he has given Jacob. Then that's how we see that promise of Messiah. So we get all of these things, but what really sticks out to me is that Jacob is at his lowest low. He has absolutely nothing that he schemed for at this point, but God comes to him at this point and says, this is where I am going to raise you to. That his promises will be fulfilled, that you are going to have dominion, that Esau is going to submit to you. And at this point, Esau is trying to kill him. I find it amazing that God comes to us in our lowest of lows and still has promises for us. It doesn't matter where we are in our walk with him, whether we are faithfully pursuing him, or if we've run away and he's had to come to us and say, hey, here I am your God. And so God promises all of these things, and I find it wonderful. I pray that today you will look for his promises, look for his blessings, even if you are feeling at your lowest low, and know that God loves you. Have a good day, Skidaway.